Preeti is a chef, restaurateur, author who knows a thing or two about putting a little spice into our lives. And Chef Preeti joins us now to make an awesome recipe. Listen, do you know how my mind is blown right now that you taught me that cilantro and coriander are connected? How did I go
Yeah.
50 years, Chef Preeti, and not know that?
Well, oftentimes when you get the cilantro, it's fresh, young cilantro, so you don't see the seed. The seeds come when they go to flower, when it's getting old, and it goes to seed, is what
Wow,
they call it. And
that's
then the little
amazing.
seeds grow, and then that propagates more cilantro, or
Okay,
you
this
dry
is
them.
why I love this show and I love the approach to the show because I cook with cilantro and coriander and I did not know that. And that's the spirit of what you're doing. You're just connecting us on this food journey, which includes your own background in many of the recipes that you cook as a
Yeah,
restaurateur, but also as part of the show.
yeah, exactly. I mean, this recipe, for example, is an inspiration from both my mom's fried rice and Chinese fried rice that I've had. So the bacon, my mother would never have. She's a vegetarian. Um,
Well,
all of the herbs and spices are her influence on my cooking.
so you're making this fried rice. I've attempted fried rice many times. I feel like I get it wrong. You have a secret, which includes day old rice.
Yes, ma'am. We've got our day old rice. See, I even have it in the little Gladware right here, Tupperware. Because when it's cold like that, it's gonna cook really nicely.
Okay.
When it's hot and warm, it's all fresh. It's just gonna break apart.
Okay, I do eat bacon, so I'm happy you've kept bacon in the recipe. So you've got your bacon, you render, I have some here, and
Yep.
you just simply fry it like you would bacon any other way. Is that the case?
So what I did is I add a little bit of water to the pan
Oh,
when I
okay.
render the bacon,
Hmm.
and that just kind of poaches it a little so that when we separate the bacon fat from the bacon bit, they get really nice and crispy.
Oh, that's a nice tip. I did not know that. All right, so I've still got my bacon on, but once you remove the bacon from
Mhm.
your pan,
Yep.
you got yours on.
Yeah, I got mine on now.
Okay. So your bacon is going, you separate and get the fat off the bacon, right?
Yep. And we've got the fat in this pan here.
And then,
We're going to go in with these red onions, sliced red onions.
okay. And you prefer red onions over white or yellow? Why?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're really sweet and they add a lot of color to the dish as well. I think that fried rice is all about all of these fun things that you sort of grab from the fridge to make this delicious thing. And so now we have these curry leaves, fresh curry leaves.
Very nice. I have them here in front of me. You add your curry leaves. You add them as a whole leaf. Just kind of crumple
Yeah,
them up a bit. Okay.
yeah, but yeah,
Nice.
they cut off real easy. And then I've got some mustard seeds here in my spice tub here. It's called a masala daba.
Matala daba.
Masala.
Masala daba. Okay, and so we want to make sure our kids get their vegetables. So you're adding carrots as well as cabbage in this
Yep.
flavorful way. I'm still at the disguising and hiding vegetable part of the motherhood journey. I got to ask you, though, before we finish this off, I was talking to Michelle
Yeah.
Obama, and she talked about the energy of this show really is about inclusivity and how food is that common thread that brings us all together. Is that what attracted you?
It's definitely what attracted me. It's what attracted me to cooking from the very beginning of my life. It was really just like I saw that when I cooked things, it brought people together. It made community.
Love it.
And it's a way to share my culture. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rice now.
Okay, and this is again a day old rice kind of
Right.
because that makes it stick together nicely. So I've got my rice in as well. I added extra bacon. Is that okay?
That is perfectly acceptable.
You can't put bacon in front of me and expect me to walk away easy.
Speaking of bacon, now we're going to go in with those crispy bacon bits.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few spices. We've got some turmeric and some Indian red chili powder. It's a Kashmiri red chili powder.
You know better than I how popular turmeric is right now. For a chef who focuses so much on spices, that has to be exciting to see an appreciation of something like turmeric and it being infused in so many different ways.
Yeah, I think it's really amazing how many people are getting into turmeric. I really recommend this turmeric. It's a friend of mine's company, Diaspora.
Okay.
And it comes from India. It's they pay the farmers well. It's an awesome company.
And then you have a little, is this chili? What kind of, the red powder I have in front of me, is it chili powder?
Yeah, so it's an Indian red chili powder, which is a lot spicier than cayenne.
Okay, so you're telling me to take it easy, basically, unless I want fire. All right. I'll put a little in. I do like spicy, and I love Indian food, so I'm going to go in on it. Lamb vindaloo is one of my favorite things, and I like it spicy. So, okay, here we go.
And so now we're going to put it in a bowl. Is yours looking nice and crispy?
I hope so. I don't want to disappoint you. I think it is.
Wow. And you've got all the turmeric and red chili powder.
Do you for the crispiness, do you recommend we let it sit for a second without stirring, or we can just kind of launch in?
Yeah, you could get a little bit on the bottom and then kind of scrape it so you kind of get those little... Like, yes, everyone loves that.
That's the part I love. Okay, I do have a finished plate here. My team was worried that I wouldn't pull it off well, so they've finished it. I think the one that I'm making could use a little more turmeric, because I do love the yellow color, but I also love the flavor of it. All right, and then do you have, because this is such a family-friendly group meal, is this your favorite go-to meal for a big crowd when you're entertaining?
Oh, definitely. Definitely Sunday morning. This is a great one. You could even add a fried egg.
You read my mind. I was about to say to you, is it okay to add a fried egg? That is I love a fried egg on a burger and a fried egg on my fried rice. That's the kind of person I am.
Well, and the great thing is you can always add hot sauce. So if you've got people who aren't that into the spice, you could kind of keep it on the side, and people could decide how spicy they want it, if they want that fried egg or not. And then finally, we've got these herbs here.
Yes.
So I've got some basil, I've got cilantro, and I've got... And I picked some of them here.
Chef Preeti, did you know that coriander is a seed from cilantro?
I'm learning things.
There's a show that teaches you great things like that you find out even when you're 50 years old. So I want to thank Mochi and Waffles for that little education. So I've got my herbs on top. I'm terrible at cutting herbs. I have, I just broke mine up with my fingers. I guess I was supposed to chop them. Oh.
Totally fine.
All right, I'm going to take a bite. This is my own, so I can break mine up like that.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing.
Oh. Man, I wish I could share this with the virtual audience. This is so absolutely yummy. I think I may have put a little too much Indian chili powder, but I'm going to live. I'm going to live through it.
Yogurt or water?
I've got water in this. Well, congratulations on everything. Thank you so much, Chef, for joining us. Thank you for the yummy fried rice. I'm going to make it this weekend.